5 learners. I'm Teacher Thelma, your guide in today's lesson in mathematics. Get ready with your ball pen, paper, and your module on volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. So, let's start!
Volume of a rectangular prism and a cube. Mathematics 5, 4th quarter, week 2. You're expected to 1. Visualize the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. 2. Name the appropriate unit of measure used for measuring the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. And 3. Convert cubic centimeter to cubic meter and vice versa, cubic centimeter to liter and vice versa.
Before we continue the lesson, let's find out how much you already know about volume. Answer what I know on page 3.
Here is the instruction. For letter A, write true if the statement is correct. If not, write false. Number 1. Volume is the number of square units of a solid figure. 2. Cubic unit is used to measure volume. 3. We can solve for the volume of polygons. 4. Solid figures are also called space figures. 5. Volume is the amount of space in a space figure. Letter B. Convert the following. 6. 45 cubic centimeters equals blank cubic meter. 7. 2 liters equals blank cubic centimeters. 8. 3 cubic meters equals blank cubic centimeters. 8. C. Give the volume of the following space figures. Number 9. Number 10. Check your answers in what I know. 1 false, 2 true, 3 false, 4 true, 5 true, 6 0.000045 or 45 millions. 7 2,000. 8 3 million. 9 18. 10 10. Count your check answers.
If you got 10, excellent! However, proceed with this video to enhance your knowledge on the lesson. If you got 1 or more mistakes, very good for answering the pretest. And don't worry, since this video will help you learn more about the lesson.
There are 2 specific objects that we'll focus into. Can you guess the space figures we're talking about? The first image represents a cube, and the second one represents a rectangular prism. Cubes and prisms are called space figures or solid figures. Solids are 3-dimensional objects that have a length, width, and height.
What's new on page 5? The amount of space occupied by a solid figure is called the volume of the solid. The volume of a solid figure is the number of cubes that can fit inside the entire solid. To find the volume of a solid, we must have a unit of measure.
Let us consider this cube. The cube represents 1 cubic unit. Its volume is 1 cubic unit. Since the length is 1 unit, height is 1 unit, and the width is 1 unit. There are different units of measure in measuring the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. The common ones are cubic centimeter, cubic meter, and liter. A cube that measures 1 centimeter on each side has a volume of 1 cubic centimeter.
In What Is It on pages 5 to 8, we will focus on 3 lessons. Lesson 1, visualizing the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. Lesson 2, naming the appropriate unit of measure used for measuring the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. Lesson 3, conversion of units.
Let us now proceed to the lesson proper. Lesson 1, visualizing the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. It is easy to find the volume of a cube and a prism by counting the number of cubes inside the given solid figure. Here are some examples for you. Example 1. What is the volume of the figure below? Simply count the unit cubes to get the volume. Answer: since there is only 1 unit cube, the volume of the figure is 1 cubic centimeter, or the length times the width times the height. 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1 cubic centimeter. Example 2. What is the volume of the figure below if 1 cube is 1 cubic centimeter? Count again the number of unit cubes to find the volume. Answer: since there are 2 unit cubes, the volume of the figure is 2 cubic centimeters. Example 3. What is the volume of the figure below if 1 cube is 1 cubic centimeter? Answer: 8 cubic centimeters. Example 4. What is the volume of the figure below if 1 cube is 1 cubic centimeter? Answer: 20 cubic centimeters. Example 5. What is the volume of the figure below if 1 cube is 1 cubic centimeter? As you can see in the figure, there are 3 layers. 1, 2, 3. Let's count the number of cubes in one layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cubes in one layer. Since there are 3 layers, 9 times 3 equals 27 cubes in the figure. So the answer is 27 cubic centimeters. Let's proceed to lesson 2, naming the appropriate unit of measure used for measuring the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. Volume is measured in cubic units. It can be in cubic centimeters, cubic meters, or liters. Cubic centimeters are used to measure the volume of smaller solid figures, while cubic meters are used to measure bigger solid figures. Let's look at the examples. Objects that can be measured using cubic centimeters: ice cubes, dice, book. Objects that can be measured using cubic meters: big box or cabinet. Very good for listening to the discussion of lesson 2 on naming the appropriate unit of measure used for measuring the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. Let's proceed to lesson 3. Lesson 3. Conversion of units. Here, you're to convert a cubic unit of measure from a larger unit to a smaller unit and vice versa. In converting cubic meter to cubic centimeter and vice versa, remember that
1 cubic meter is equal to 1 million cubic centimeters. Cubic meter is larger than cubic centimeter. To change a larger unit to a smaller unit, use multiplication. Example, 2 cubic meters equals blank cubic centimeters. So the solution would be 2 cubic meters times 1 million equals 2 million cubic centimeters. Answer, 2 cubic meters equals 2 million cubic centimeters. Since 1 million has 6 zeros, you can also move the decimal point 6 places to the right of 2, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get 2 million. Next, to change a smaller unit to a larger unit, use division. Example, 35 cubic centimeters equals blank cubic meter. Solution, 35 cubic centimeters divided by 1 million equals 0.000035 cubic meter or 35 millionths cubic meter. Answer, 35 cubic centimeters equals 35 millionths cubic meter. You can also move the decimal point 6 places to the left to get 35 millionths cubic meter. Next, in converting liter to cubic centimeter and vice versa, remember that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. Liter is larger than cubic centimeter. Again, to change a larger unit to a smaller unit, use multiplication. Example, 5 liters equals blank cubic centimeters. Solution, 5 liters times 1,000 equals 5,000 cubic centimeters. Answer, 5 liters equals 5,000 cubic centimeters. You can also move the decimal point 3 places to the right to get 5,000 cubic centimeters. Now, to change a smaller unit to a larger unit, use division. Example, 36 5/10 cubic centimeters equals blank liter. Solution, 36 5/10 cubic centimeters divided by 1,000 equals 0.0365 liter or 365 10,000ths liter. Answer, 36 5/10 cubic centimeters equals 365 10,000ths liter. You can also move the decimal point 3 places to the left to get 365 10,000ths liter. You are now ready to proceed to what's more on page 9. You are to answer the 3 activities. For activity 1, find the volume of the following figures if 1 cube is 1 cubic centimeter. Number 1. Number 2.
Check your answers. 1, 60 cubic centimeters. 2, 24 cubic centimeters. Very good if you got 2 points. For those who got 1, good. You review why you got a wrong answer. For those who have no correct answer, go back to the discussion on visualizing volume. Get ready for activity 2 on page 9. Write the objects under the appropriate unit of measure. The objects are Rubik's Cube, Math Book, Rectangular Swimming Pool, Cabinet, Lunchbox, Balikbayan Box. Under the first column, What are the three objects which are appropriately measured in cubic centimeter? In the second column, what are the three objects which are appropriately measured in cubic meter? Check your answers. For 1 to 3 in any order: Rubik's Cube, Math Book, Lunchbox. For 4 to 6 in any order: Rectangular Swimming Pool, Cabinet, Balikbayan Box. Very good! You have finished answering Activity 2. Let's proceed to Activity 3. Convert the following units of measure. Number 1. 1 cubic centimeter equals blank cubic meter. Number 2. 5 cubic centimeter equals blank cubic meter. Number 3. 658 cubic meters equals blank cubic centimeters. Number 4. 1 liter equals blank cubic centimeters. Number 5. 456 and 5/10 cubic centimeters equals blank liter. Check your answers. Number 1, 1 millionths cubic meter. 2, 5 millionths cubic meter. 3, 658 million cubic centimeters. 4, 1,000 cubic centimeters. 5, 4,565 10,000ths liter.
Very good! You have finished the 3 activities. For those with mistakes, review your answers and solutions. Let's now proceed to what I have learned on page 10.
Remember the following. 1. In visualizing the volume of a cube and a rectangular prism, you count the number of cubes inside a given solid figure. 2. Cubic centimeters are used to measure the volume of smaller solid figures. 3. Cubic meters are used to measure the volume of bigger solid figures. 4. To change a larger unit to a smaller unit, use multiplication. 5. To change a smaller unit to a bigger unit, use division. 6. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1 million cubic centimeters. 7. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 cubic centimeters. Let us check what you have learned. Choose the word or words from the pool of words that is being described by the following statements. 1. The amount of space inside a given solid figure. 2. It means to change a given unit of measure to another unit of measure. 3. A solid figure has length, width, and height, which means that it is blank. 4. A space figure whose sides have equal measure. 5. 1 liter is equal to blank cubic centimeters. You choose your answers from the following. 3-dimensional, rectangular prism, 2-dimensional, conversion, volume, cube, 1,000, 1 million, and cylinder. Check your answers. 1. Volume. Number 2. Conversion. Number 3. 3-dimensional. Number 4. Cube. And number 5. 1,000.
Very good if you got 5 correct answers. For those with mistakes, review your answers and solutions. Let's proceed to what I can do on page 11.
Answer the following questions by using the given figure below. Number 1. What is the volume of the given figure in cubic units? 2. If 1 cube in the figure is equal to 1 cubic meter, what is its volume? 3. Convert your answer in number 2 in cubic centimeters. Check your answers now in what I can do. Number 1, 15. Number 2, 15 cubic meters. Number 3, 15 million cubic centimeters.
Wow! You're almost finished answering the module. For those with mistakes, go back and review your solutions and answers. For the post-assessment on page 12, you are to answer the
following problems. Write your answers on your separate answer sheet. Number 1. What is the volume of the figure below if 1 cube is equal to 1 cubic centimeter? 2. The volume of a box is 27,000 cubic centimeters. What is the volume in liters? 3. A rectangular tank can hold 360 cubic meters of water. Convert the volume in cubic centimeters. 4. You wanted to measure the amount of water that is needed to fill the rectangular swimming pool at the gym. What unit of volume is most appropriate for this task? Cubic centimeter or cubic meter? Check your answers in the post-assessment. Number 1, 32 cubic centimeters. Number 2, 27 liters. Number 3, 360 million cubic centimeters. Number 4, cubic meter.
Excellent! If you got 4 correct answers. If you have mistakes, go back and review your answers and solutions. Be ready now for the additional activities on page 13. Look at the given figures, then answer the 4 questions that follow. Be guided by the rubric for grading the additional activities.
Number 1. Count the cubes and find the volume of figure 1 and figure 2 in cubic units. Figure 1, figure 2. Number 2. If 1 cube measures 1 cubic centimeter, what is the volume of figure 1? What is the volume of figure 2? Number 3. Convert your answers in number 2 in cubic meters. Figure 1, figure 2. Number 4. Convert your answers in number 2 in liters. Figure 1, figure 2. Be guided by this rubric for grading the additional activities. You will get 10 points if you answered all the questions correctly. 7 points if you answered 3 questions correctly. 5 points if you answered 2 questions correctly. And 3 points if you answered 1 question correctly. Check your answers in the additional activities. Number 1. Figure 1 is 5. Figure 2 is 6. Number 2. Figure 1 is 5 cubic centimeters. Figure 2 is 6 cubic centimeters. Number 3. Figure 1 is 5 millionths cubic meter. Figure 2 is 6 millionths cubic meter. Number 4. Figure 1 is 5 thousandths liter. Figure 2 is 6 thousandths liter.
Excellent! You are through with the last activity. For those with mistakes, please go back and review your answers and solutions. Thank you for watching this video on volume of a cube and a rectangular prism. Goodbye!